The Great War Redux, one of my absolute favorite mods. We're back! Let's go! We're playing 1910, and today I'm thinking, how about we play the Russian Empire? Can we save Nikolai II?
Oh, I bet you'd like to know. I bet you'd like to know indeed.
Can we stop House Romanov from going, well, let's just say nothing good happened to them. Can we save the Empire? We'll leave Iron Man mode on with historical focuses, and yeah, we'll see if this still says Russian Empire by the end of the campaign. Focus tree, it's massive like the Turkish one, but this is, I've been told, one of the older focus trees, and the new content patch they've released for this mainly focuses on the Civil War. Now, the whole point of this is to not have a Civil War so we don't lose the glorious beard. You see, I find it very difficult to play poorly, and I think the only way, or the most reliable way to get that Civil War is to go with the Duma, or resisting the Duma, and then screwing the whole thing up to the point that, of course, the Civil War happens when you go for orthodoxy, autocracy, and nationality. See, this one says if you establish an absolute monarchy, a revolution will begin if the Duma crisis isn't prevented. Now, unlike Nikolai II, I'm not an idiot. So I'm thinking we'll stick with the Russian Empire today, and if this video does well, let's say 5,000 likes, we'll see if we can intentionally spark that Civil War and try again. See if we can save him from that. I do know that I want to ban the trade unions, but that means I need to have more civilian factories than 50. Naturally, I guess I should go grab civilian factories then. But let's work on the industry path first. Army is massive, 119 divisions. That's a lot, okay. What are we using? 35 with thick boys and 32 with thick boys. Yeah, this looks a lot more reasonable. These Pekotnaya Brigada? I also believe combat width is 70 everywhere. Oh, no. Combat width has been changed, though. It's not the standard combat width. Yeah, I'll just go with 18 with infantry. Research. Of course, we need to get that industry rolling since I want to build as many civilian factories as possible, as quickly as possible. And let's also get the infantry up to a reasonable standard. Speaking of the infantry, I'm going to convert everyone into the Pekotnaya Brigada. Let's see if we can change these into member divisions. See, I want to use my mod more often, but it doesn't seem to be compatible. No, it's not compatible, unfortunately, so I'll have to do it manually. I tend to rename my elite units, or all of my army units, if we have enough of them, into channel members, but the mod seems to work less and less often. Everyone can be assigned to a guard order somewhere central. I'm mostly going to be exercising these men for the foreseeable future. It's 1910. War isn't anywhere near us. Besides, we're just going for 20 years of peace. Production. We got a massive, a pretty substantial naval effort queued up. I don't think I want to be building this many ships. Unfortunately, Hearts of Iron does not really do well with the naval game, and it's mostly irrelevant, if I'm honest. But having a lot of boats might make it easier for us to get to the UK at some point, maybe. Anyway, that's a bunch of heavy ships queued up. We'll move them all the way to the back of the queue. They're not that important right now. What is important are guns. I will need many guns. I will need artillery, and I need support equipment. I have 3 more factories. I'll put 1 more here, 1 more here, and the last factory can build me some trains because Russia doesn't start with trains in production. I think we'll leave it at that. Construction, civilian factories. Yeah, we start off with civilian economy, which gives me a pretty hefty penalty to construction. So what if I just lead with a bit of infrastructure in places like Moscow? Gets me steel, and then once those infrastructures have been built, I follow up with civs, and I'll do that in places that have a lot of build slots and a lot of steel. Mostly so I don't have to trade too much with people, and then we build as many civilian factories as we can in the areas. To win as Russia, or at least not die, we'll have to handle a few things. So we've got the Tsushima humiliation, meaning our navy is awful. If you wonder about the Battle of Tsushima, look it up. It's hilarious, and it leads you right into the glorious expedition of the Baltic Fleet. Read it. Watch a video about it, it's hilarious. Agrarian Empire is probably why I don't have that many spare build slots. Great. Threat of revolutions, never great, so we need to fix that. And the Shrike movement. Yeah. We will endeavor to do our best. I'm gonna keep queuing up units, because if there's one thing Russia can do very well, it's spam out an ungodly amount of infantry. And by golly, we will give them infantry. So we'll grab national entrepreneurship. This unlocks a reasonable advisor, I guess, but also leads to British capital. The construction bonus would also be nice. Let's grab the construction bonus first. Do I go concentrated or dispersed? That's not even a question. It's always dispersed. All right, we got our machine building associations. This is guns. I would like guns, but don't need them immediately. I'll go grab the Upper Volga railway plant, then maybe Elektrostal, and then down to British capital, perhaps? Meanwhile, we'll save up political power. I need Stolypin to kick the bucket because he makes my advisors a lot more expensive, but fortunately he will eventually be removed. I'll grab Brusilov. He did very, very well for himself in World War I. The Brusilov offensive effectively shattered Austria-Hungary as a fighting force, so there is that. And it gets me more Army XP daily. Army XP is nice to have. Speaking of Army XP, let's add 1 infantry to this. Brings them up to 18 with. This is my preferred meat shield, like the front line unit. Ah, revolution in Portugal. Yeet the king, they say. Yeah, I'm tempted to go way ahead of time on these machine tools, or maybe dispersed. It's 419 days. That's still plenty of time. I don't intend to find myself fighting early wars, so I don't really need the extra infantry tech and stuff, so this is probably fine. Let's just grab professional officer corps. I think it's gonna count for the most while I build up to the war. I might later switch it out for tip of the spear. This makes for very cheap special forces. The infantry is getting trained up. I'm gonna duplicate this and create some sort of reserve army. There we go. That's like a secondary template that I don't really intend to use for much. There we go. I'm gonna take the artillery out. At least it's gonna cost a lot less to exercise these forces now. Well, in terms of my artillery, and I'll be able to really build up a massive stockpile of artillery because I won't be burning all of it by exercising. Ooh, early mobilization might be worth the expense. Yes, I think, because I really need to build those civs so I can start building mills. I genuinely want to start working on my political stuff, though. I'm close enough, I think, in terms of civilian factories that I can do it. Oh, there goes Stolypin. That just means everyone else here just got cheaper. Welcome aboard, Silent Workhorse. Resist the Duma is going to start Crisis of the State Duma, so shenanigans will ensue. Hopefully, we will be well equipped enough to deal with those shenanigans. Crisis of the State Duma. That gives us a mission. 365 days. We have a year to get our stability over 60, well, over 59, and our support for House Romanov over 69. Nice. I'll see if we can fix it then. Fortunately, we have all of these decisions that will allow us to do things, give a speech, bribe some parliamentarians. And of course, we can work our way down here further to get rid of all these nasty debuffs we still have. A little bit of base stability never hurt anyone. I would like a little bit of extra political power. I should not have done this yet. I should have waited until I had hired... welcome aboard, Shulgin. I should have waited until I could hire Pyotr here. More political power, more stability. I may have actually accidentally screwed myself. Still, I can get a little bit more stability from the unity of the Russian people, I suppose. Stability is always good. There we go. We can hire the editor, more stability, which means more political power. And now we're going to start doing all these decisions. I mostly need to be bribing parliamentarians and giving speeches. Well, in case I screw up anyway, let's start work on the infantry stuff. I have an idea. I need more stability. Easiest way to get more is to get political loyalty there. That fixes stability and gives me more political power. Should have done that way sooner. Let's keep bribing people. 190 days. Oh boy, this is going to be tight. Yes, let's just lead the troops. Always a good show. We should just barely make it now. This gives me 4%. This gives me another 2%, so I get 6% from that. It should work. Come on, come on. It finished. It completed the mission. Either it completed or it aborted, but it has certainly tanked our stability substantially. But we have prevented civil war by going with orthodoxy, autocracy, and nationality. Huzzah! Let's go grab the... Let's abandon the French. Always a good idea. Ooh, gives me a bunch of cores and claims. I think this makes us really look at Austria-Hungary and be very hungry. Oh, sweet. I can ban the trade unions. At least that's gonna remove some socialism. Always good, and make my factories actually run properly. That gets rid of the this one, the strike movement. And then we can do orthodoxy, etc., etc. That gets rid of the threat of revolution, I believe. And if you do this one without having 1, the Duma thing, this is where the Civil War sparks. Trade unions yeeted, time for pure dictatorial rule. Hooray, Nikolai has become the Chad meme. It's actually a really good picture. It's a really good picture, I like it. Okay, we are now an absolute monarchy, of course still the Russian Empire. He is now an autocratic imperialist, giving us a lot more stability, war support, easier to justify. The worst national spirits are all gone. We still have Tsushima and the Agrarian Empire. We can get rid of them eventually. Need to find a way to make this go up another 5%. Tsushima you get rid of by going all the way down to New Pride of the Fleet. Honestly, with war this close, I should probably focus on that while I wait for additional government support to trickle in. 3% to go, and then we'll do Treaty of the Three Emperors. I also have my Marines. That means I'm going to quickly switch Professional Officer Corps out for Tip of the Spear. I have plenty of experience, and that means I can quickly design cheap-ish templates. So Marines need to be thick 35 with thick boys with a lot of artillery. This should work more or less. My Marines, congratulations. And I'll quickly design some Mountaineers as well. And there we go. Mountaineers template and my Marines template. I'll train up a couple of Mountaineers and a couple of Marines. First off, though, probably Mountaineers, since I won't be going for naval combat straight away. Naval invasions are a thing I want to do later on. You know, I should probably create an intelligence agency by now. I completely forgot. But we are about to finish our Treaty of the Three Emperors, being the monarch of the United Kingdom and the German Emperor, as well as ourselves. And now we can do Return of the King. Wonder if that actually does anything. A non-aggression pact sounds nice, Germany, thank you. The Russian army has grown very large. I'm gonna get a total of about 240 divisions, so 2 full field marshals. In terms of construction, yeah, mills. I should probably be increasing the railway capacity, leading to my future front lines, which I'm hoping is not going to include Germany. I hope that we can tag team Austria somehow. That would be incredibly based and imperialism pilled. I'll start spying on the Austrians, and it's probably not a terrible idea to start building up my army in a way that makes sense, because currently these forces don't make much sense. Now I do wonder if I can afford the expense switching all of these guys over. Maybe? Oh, I got first Mountaineer here. Should probably split him off. And you shall be my first channel member. Welcome to the club, Tony. You will be the first of the elites. Right, now to switch all these guys over to basic infantry, I think I can afford it. Yeah, I can switch one army over, not both. I'm just gonna have to do it. Oh, Return of the King. It fired. Did it? Oh, yes. We are now the Brotherly Alliance. I've gotten the United Kingdom and the German Empire to side with me. So we are now together going to bully everyone. So we'll be slapping the Ottomans around. We're going to be slapping Austria-Hungary around. Maybe some other people. Mostly looking for our claims and cores. So we'll get some stuff there. Yeah, mostly there. Some stuff over there. And I think I can also get Second Rome. This gives me a war goal on the Ottoman Empire. I can go all in on the Ottomans. Oh, there goes Franz Ferdinand. I wonder how the world's gonna play. Oh, I can still intervene on behalf of Yes, we'll do it that way. We'll still intervene on behalf of Serbia and mobilize. So this way we guarantee the independence of Serbia, and Austria-Hungary will not have a blank check from Germany. Did they just back down? No, 24 days. Yeah, my secondary army's not really ready to be converted, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm short on support equipment and infantry equipment. The factories are working as hard as they can. We have our second Rome. Probably need that. Then we'll, we can get colonial claims on America. We can get claims on the US of A. Selling Alaska was a mistake. In that case, I need to improve my army significantly before we get there. Well, we could just kick this off already. I'm simply going to declare war on the Ottomans. Don't need my friends for this. I don't even need to use my brain for this. I can just walk in. Oh, congratulations. Time for another member. Oh, I lost my 20 years of peace. Oh, boo, they're using Last Stand. Serbia has also refused the Austrian demands. Austria is literally going to go at this on their own. Bosnia has revolted, and that was a declaration of war on Austria. And as a result, Italy actually did get pulled into the war. And the French are not involved. Oh, this is fine. This is fine. Punching through the Ottoman lines is proving slightly more difficult than I had anticipated, mostly because of that Last Stand really slowing down the initial push, but they should not be able to hold me for long anyway. The Austrians didn't even have troops on the border. Why? Why even make that declaration of war if you know you can't do anything? Why? What's the point? What's the end game? Well, it's certainly not looking hot for Austria. I salute you, Franz Joseph. You had balls, but balls are not enough for this. Yeah, all I gotta do is maintain pressure and they'll crack. Oh my god, Japan also joined. Yoshihito, welcome aboard. So what? We're just gonna dogpile everyone? It's very Jover. And the French Republic has declared war on the German Empire. They have intervened in the Bruderkrieg. France decided to uphold the balance in Europe. I think... Oh, there goes Budapest. Haha, die. I think this counts as the Great War. God have mercy on us all. The war to end all wars. Looks like we have a Great War after all. So it's Entente, which is basically just the French. Oh, the Germans have no forces there. We need to knock out Austria quickly. The Germans have no forces on that front. Why are you declaring more wars, Germany? You barely have forces in the area. I may be forced to go shopping for equipment. I wonder if any... Oh, the British seem to be selling a lot of stuff. 7 deliveries. That's not a half bad deal. That would fix most of my gun deficit. I've just eaten part of Persia, it seems. Not really sure why. Just trying small, concentrated attacks using my mountaineers as shock troops to punch hole after hole in the Ottoman lines, which I hope ends up working out for me, because if it doesn't, oh, this is going to be awkward. I have the numbers advantage, so as soon as it becomes feasible, I should be able to overrun them. But making a hole is proven difficult. And I know what you're thinking, Bittersteel, why aren't you using howitzers? I've said it before, and I'll say it again. In the current state of the game, howitzers are pointless. Let's say a 1910 howitzer up against the equivalent regular artillery piece. So this thing has 10 soft attack, but add another 10% on the same level. So it has 11 soft attack. It costs less, 4 IC. Howitzer costs over twice that IC and barely, I do mean barely does more soft attack. Not even in terms of breakthrough. Like, breakthrough is better on the regular artillery. And everything else is more or less the same. So why would I ever use howitzers? From Ragusa into Bari shouldn't be too difficult. We have naval supremacy. Oh, the Brits have decided to actually land some forces here. Okay. Italy, prepare to get effed. Fleet is out, ready to rock and roll. Marines are good to go. Let's hit Taranto and funnel in the boys. We need all of the boys ready to rock and roll. We've landed. Let's rock and roll. The Marines go south, the Mountaineers go north, and everyone else north. Go, 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 go. Oh, the Italians never saw it coming. They're going to try and peel troops away from that front line. Won't let that happen, so a massive attack to prevent them from repositioning. Nobody messes with the Russian Empire. There goes the Italian fleet as well, sunk by the glorious Black Sea... No, wait, not the Black Sea fleet. The glorious Baltic fleet, so at least some redemption for anyone who knows history and the Russian fleets. On to Milan. Glorious. And then I can shunt my mountaineers over to the French Alps. Main army to Austria-Hungary. We'll detain the French or push in, we'll see. And just do as much damage as we can. Yeah, I think that's the main goal, is going to be doing as much damage as possible. And there goes the Kingdom of Italy. Oh, you poor fools. Okay, so 30 infantry over there, I'm thinking. 60 units in total, 30 there, and I'll use Brusilov this side, and the Mountaineers. Do I want to commit the Mountaineers to the French side of things or to the Austro-Hungarian side of things? I might be able to break the Austrians. That has a lot of French troops stuck as well. Yes, I'm first going to try a drive on the Austrian heartland. If nothing else, it's always funny to see Italy die. Russian special forces driving into Klagenfurt. I think a couple more victory points and they should be gone. Where are they? Can't even see. No, there goes Austria-Hungary. All those remaining forces are trapped and stuck. Super stuck. The fall of Vienna. Just a little bit of mopping up left. Why fight the enemy fairly when he can be so easily outmaneuvered? Still not entirely sure what France hoped to achieve here, but I think it's safe to say they haven't achieved it. Got a bit of an Angevin kingdom going on there. A little shocking though. I didn't feel like the UK had contributed all that much, but it's their naval invasion that ends up making this a possibility. Anyway, I'm gonna prepare to take out the Ottomans, and then we can turn to our last adversary. Somebody's sitting on some Alaska that we're owed. We're due some repayment. So what happens now? Do I get my cores? I'll be honest, little pissed here. I feel like I've been robbed. I had claims here, boys, and I'm not getting them. Why am I not getting my claims here? So, alright, so that entire war was pointless. Great. The state of Slovenes, Croats, and Serbs doesn't even include Serbia. Wonderful. Ukraine is now a thing, despite these all being my claims. Hungary got to keep most of Hungary. Fantastic. Oh well, we'll take it out on the Turks. There goes Austria-Hungary. Better late than never, I guess. Oh, they're now German-Austria. Ah, I believe that was a thing for a little bit, where they absolutely insisted to hold on to Sudetenland and Silesia. Of course, the French wanted to have none of it, even though this is, or at least was, majority German. I could be wrong, but like this was, like, I know the border looks disgusting, but this was legitimately what Austria was trying to get out of the peace treaty for them. It didn't pan out. No, it does feel like the Turks are cracking now under a multi-pronged assault. Italy's having a really bad day. So there's the Republic of Italy, the Italian Socialist Republic, and then the Kingdom of Italy. I think I'm gonna back the Kingdom of Italy in this one. Fellow monarch is something a little more reliable than a communist. Also gonna free up this army group. We're gonna have a very fun time dealing with America. The glorious advantage of having, you know, that brand spanking new faction with the UK in it is I don't have to naval invade my way there. I have a land border through Canada. Oh, let this be the death blow. Oh, it takes so long to kill them. I need to still get into Constantinople, Constantinia, whatever you want to call it. Oh, there we go. Really, all I want is my claims, and I'll be nice about everything else. Oh, this is properly disgusting. An Ottoman Empire here on the Britain. We have an Ottoman Empire here on the Russia. I've taken my claims, so that is these straits. For some reason, we don't get claims on Gelibolu or Biga, which is odd. So now I control, yeah, I control the Constantinople Strait, but not the Dardanelles. Not even gonna question it. It appears we have a slight problem. Demobilizing is not good. 28 days away from starting the... Can I let this run out? When does this run out? Because if I click a new age, I'll leave the faction. I am not naval invading America. If this means the run doesn't work, that's it. I'm just taking my bag of toys and I'm going home. And I'm ending the video here because I have had it with mods ruining my gameplay. Yeah, it timed out. I have an aneurysm. A vein in my head just popped. Help. I don't know what I'm doing. Help. I just wanted to get Alaska back. Wait, why could we have not just tacked that on to the end of World War II? Just call it a day. Everybody would have been happy, but no. I had to end this war, and all I got was the Duchy of Krakow and something I can't pronounce. My economy's gone. It's just been deleted. The civs are gone. The mills are gone. Everything's gone. And then you tell me, oh yeah, but you can keep playing. Do you want to at this point, though? Because... okay, the Germans can still do more of their tree. They have been given more content, and the Russian tree is older, and it needs to be updated. All that is fine, but why? Why punish me like this? Because I'm not going to continue anymore. I realize there's just no point. I won't even be allowed to have an army big enough to invade the US. I can't beat them. Their industry's better than mine now. They have probably a bigger army. Their fleet's way bigger than mine. There is no way on earth that I can even get to the US at this point, and that's it. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here until 1920 trying to recover from, and again, winning the war. So this is actually a very negative end to the video. I love the mod. I love Great War Redux, but for the love of God, don't play past World War I. There's no point. It sucks. I hope you guys at least enjoyed my suffering, I guess. I'm just mad. I'm mad. I wanted to take Alaska from the US, and this on a high note, glorious Russian Empire, but hey, at least we managed to save Tsar Nikolai II, and I guess that's all that matters. Yeah, hope you guys enjoy the next video as well. See ya.